Hi everyone. So in math, you're still working on geometry this week. Hopefully you were good at looking at shapes and deciding if they were cut in half or in fourths. And if they were equal, they had to be fourths or halves. So this one is called 3D shapes. And we learned these shapes in kindergarten. Sphere, which is like a ball that you would throw. Cone, like an ice cream cone or a cone hat. A cube. I don't know why that says cone. They made a mistake. That's supposed to say cube. Cylinder. And then we're adding one at the bottom, which is called rectangular prism. It's like a tissue box shape. So can you think of another shape in the world that is like a sphere, a real world object that's a sphere? I can think of one. A ball would be a sphere. The earth is a sphere, and I can't draw it because my drawing tools are not down there. I don't know why. So a ball, the earth is a sphere. Anything else? A marble could be a sphere. And there's probably different kinds of foods like cheese balls are sphere shapes. Gumballs. Okay, can you think of any real world shapes that are shaped like a cone? An ice cream cone? How about a hat? Is there another cone that we see at school sometimes? At PE, you might see a cone that you have to run around or stay inside the cones. And I see cones on streets a lot when they're working on the roads. The next shape is a what? You should remember from last year that this is called a cube. So a cube is also shaped like a piece of caramel is usually in a cube shape. A cube. How about some blocks that you play with? That could be shaped like a cube. Some boxes are shaped like cubes. And this is another shape we learned last year. You remember the name of it? A glue stick is a cylinder. So can you think of some real shapes that are cylinders? How about a can of food, a marker, a crayon, a cup you drink out of? So there are lots of different cylinders out there. The last shape on here is a rectangular prism. It's just like a cube, only it's longer. So a rectangular prism looks like what real world shape? Maybe a box of tissues. An old computer tower, when we used to have the tall computer towers, would be a rectangular prism. So those are the solid 3D shapes that we've learned about. So could you make these two cubes, could you put together these two cubes to make a rectangular prism? So if you had two cubes or little blocks, could you put them side by side to make a rectangular prism? Yes or no? Yes, you could just slide them together and they would be long like a rectangular prism. Because a rectangular prism is just like two cubes put together. Susie says if she puts two cylinders together, she can make a sphere. Do you agree or disagree with her? Explain why or why not. So if you put these two together, would you have a sphere? Let's look at a sphere. Here is a sphere. So would you have a sphere or a ball shape if you put these two together? And then tell why. Or why not? You can pause the video if you don't want to hear what I'm going to say yet. So if you put these together, you would have a tall cylinder. You would not have a sphere because they have a flat side. They both have a flat side and a sphere is all round.